All right. Well, welcome in, everybody. We're going to get started in just a moment. I'm just organizing everything we need for class today. I have almost everybody here. Let me just double check. Let's see. Manhar is here. Miss Catherine Dew is here. Is Khan here? Khan is not here. Okay. Krish is here. Yes. Is Kaya here? Yes. Is Pratush here? Yes. All right. We're just missing Khan, but we'll get started. Let's get started. Okay. So first person, and everyone knows how to. Does anyone have? Has anyone never ever? Is this anyone's first introductory performance seminar? Just wondering. Oh, Pratush. Okay, so let me explain how performance seminar works. So this is introductory performance seminar. We have between performance seminar and introductory performance seminar probably about 70 or 80 of these per month. They're like little classes like studio classes where you guys could perform your pieces, like a little mini recital, and then you'll get some feedback, but you'll also, this is the difference, you'll also get to play other people's pieces. So you are going to be reading music from other people's pieces. After you play yours, you're also going to have a chance to look through other music and learn from their pieces. And then we also talk about different things from movement to rhythm to articulation, different musicality elements sometimes. Okay. And it's a 30-minute class. Okay. Okay, let's get started. So first person up today is, let's see if we organize this by stage, is Krish. So I'm going to pass it over to Krish. And Krish, whenever you're ready, um, you can announce your name and piece. And let's hear what you're up to today. You there?
Okay, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Um, okay. So, my name is Krish, and I'll be performing Oh to Play. And wait, hold up. Okay, I can see. There you go. Wait, let me turn on original sound. Okay, there you go.
Nice round of applause. Very nice. And you've performed in seminar before, you said?
This is my second one.
Okay, so relatively new, yeah, because you're an ES1 and so is Pratush. So I was wondering, well done for a second performance seminar. We'll come back to you in the second half. Obviously, you don't need to do anything. Just kind of hang tight for now. We're going to listen to other people. Let me pass it over to Pratush. And whenever you're ready, you can announce your name and piece, and we'll hear what you're up to.
Pratush.
And you have your original sound on? Just want to check.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just play it?
Yep, you can play whenever you're ready. Okay, so I think you don't have your original sound on. Maybe can you double check? Can you double check? Yeah, thanks. Okay, maybe it's me. Does everyone else hear him? Because I cannot hear him. Okay, so Pratyush, can you just take a second here? I'll stop sharing just so you can see your full screen. And can you turn on your original sound for musicians and make sure it says on in the upper right-hand corner? In your upper right-hand corner, does it say on, original for sound for musicians on?
Yeah, it does.
And it says it on.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're using an iPad or a Mac or something. What are you using?
Computer.
Like a desktop?
Yeah.
Like a PC?
Yeah, PC.
Okay.
HP.
It may be that you have some kind of noise suppression on your end. Do you know how to turn that off or you don't know how to turn that off?
Not sure.
Is mom or dad
Um,
around?
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we move on and we'll come back to you, but you can go ask them for help because you basically have a noise suppression on that's stopping us from actually hearing you. So however you normally set up your piano lesson, how do you normally have your piano lesson? Like this?
Mhm.
Okay, so something in the setup is not exactly right. So maybe have mom or dad help you and we'll move forward and we'll come back to you. Okay? All right, let's move forward to Manhar. So next up is Manhar.
Hello, my name is Manhar, and today I'll be playing a little piece by Robert Schumann. And I'm only playing the first two lines, so I'm done.
Oh, okay, well done. Yeah, this is definitely not a MS1 piece, so I'll just write a note to your professor so he knows that you. But great work. This is really nice. I think this is level 2 for CM, right? Did you do level 1 this past year?
I don't remember, but I think I did level 1.
Yeah, this is great work on this. You just started. Okay, we'll come back to you in the second half. For now, let's move forward to Kaya. And it's good to see you, Kaya. I actually haven't seen you since you've gotten back with us. So it's good to see you. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and hear what you're up to.
Hi, my name is Kaya, and I'll be performing I Will Always Love You.
Wow, that was really nice. Do you have the music in front of you or that was memorized? Oh, you do have the music in front of you. You should get this memorized. This would be a great performance seminar, or sorry, this would be a great honors recital piece if you had it memorized. I would have given that to you if you had it memorized. So maybe bring it back in a week, but get it from, I mean, learn it by heart so you have it. Okay. And I don't think you know what the honors recital, but if you guys don't know what the honors recital is, it's that we have one every single month. And if you play really well in performance seminar, the professor who's running it can actually select you to play for performance seminar in person, which is what we call honors recital. All right, speaking of, let me pass it over to Miss Catherine. She's had many of those. All right, whenever you're ready, you can announce your name and piece.
My name is Catherine. I'm going to be playing Energy Co.
Right, let's give her a round of applause. That was really nice. That was a really nice performance. And I did notice that you did it from memory. Well done. I know you're auditioning for that. Pratish, did you figure out the suppression or not? Not yet.
I don't really know.
You didn't figure it out? Okay.
No.
Well, you can still hang out with us during class, and then maybe next time you have a session, just talk with your teacher just to work out the issue. Okay.
Can I just try joining from a different computer?
Oh yeah, I didn't know you had that. Yeah, please. I'm sure it'll work then if you do that.
Okay.
In the
Bye.
meantime, we're gonna move forward, and then don't worry, we'll come back for you definitely because
Mhm.
you've been here the whole time.
Yeah. Bye.
See you in a moment. Yep. All right. Speaking of a second half, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the second half of class, which is my actually favorite part of class. I like the performance side, but I actually like when you guys start to learn a lot more, which is the second half. Krish played a really tricky piece here because in all pieces that he's done previously, he's never played something this long or this complicated with all these different motions. And I want to talk about it from not only from his perspective, but something that you guys might see in the music. So let's take a look at this together. This is in, I believe it's in 2A of the method book. So they start to introduce this kind of thing. Now, why would this be difficult? These kind of moments, why are these moments difficult versus this? Why is this not that bad? But this is. Manhar?
Because the hands are moving in different directions.
Yes. So what makes piano especially hard, and this was something that I noticed that you can really work on a lot better to improve yourself, Krish, is anytime you have contrary motion, I notice that you fall into the same normal challenge that everyone does, which is that there's a coordination problem. What does that mean? Coordination problem. What is that? Anyone know what that means? It means that your hand, it's kind of like if I asked you guys to draw a circle with your left hand. Can anyone draw a circle continuously with their left hand? Go ahead. And with your right hand, draw a square. Yeah. And then if you're really coordinated, you can do it, but it's really hard to do. What usually ends up happening is one hand copies the other. That's a coordination problem. It's possible. You can definitely learn how to do that. If you want to practice it, that'd be a cool trick. However, that's exactly what's happening here. So let's all take a peek at this, and we're going to start with Krish is actually going to start first. He's going to start from here, and we're going to hear this group here. So this measure, just to the middle C there. So I lined it up for you. Krish, can you play those 5 notes for us in each hand? And just play it nice and slow and steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, that speed. Nice, very good. And let's do it one more time. Same thing. Okay, now, thankfully, I can see your hands, which is actually quite helpful sometimes. Not that I need the notes, I don't need the notes, but what's helpful is I'm noticing that your thumb pops off the keyboard a little bit. That's also a sign that you just want to, like, you're also a little bit taller, it looks like. Take your elbow in the right hand and bring it out to the same level as your wrist. Yep, so you want to make sure it's equal to the same level as your wrist. So it's still not exactly there. Right now, your elbow is at a, no, you don't want to raise your wrist because if you raise your wrist, that makes it even harder. So you want your elbow to come out to the right. Sort of like if we looked on, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's it. And make sure, you also might be sitting too close. When you're sitting too close, you know it because when you stick your hands out in like a Superman pose, or whatever, Iron Man pose, whatever you want to call that, you're able to touch the fall board too easily. You should just barely be able to touch it. Can you show us that? Can you try that real quick? Let's just make sure that you're not sitting too close. You might be taller than you think you are. And then, can you, oh, so you're now you're way too far away. Can everyone look at Catherine? Here, let me spotlight Catherine so we can see an example here. Catherine, can you do like the Superman pose where you're like pushing your hands out like that, both hands? And notice how she's, no, the fall board is where it says Yamaha. The fall board is where it says Yamaha. The fall board is where it says Yamaha. Are you really? Okay. Okay. Yeah, so if everyone looks at that, to see how she's just barely able to touch, that's the distance. So if you can touch too closely, then you need to back up just a little bit. That's a very common problem as you guys grow because you guys are constantly growing. Krish, how do you feel about that? Do you feel it's in a better position now?
Yeah.
Maybe sit slightly forward on your chair as well. Like to leave the bench where it is. Don't move the, no, opposite of what you just did. Leave the bench where it is and just you sit slightly forward on the bench. No, like move your body forward. But don't move the bench. Like sit towards the edge of the chair, of the bench. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I think that's a little bit better. So now you should be able to reach the keys. Now let's come back to the same position here. And your elbows are still not in a great position. So when you're playing, you want to, yes, that's it. I think, yeah, good. Let's try it one more time. Notice your thumb in the right hand. See it? Did you want to keep your eye on your right hand thumb? Try again and see if you can relax your thumb. Go slower. No. Starting. Notice your left hand thumb and your right hand thumb. So this is a small exercise that you'll want to do. Go slower. Bum. So if you can try to go twice as slow as that. So bum bum. That's it. Yeah, it's okay. That's a coordination problem. This is normal. Perfectly normal. Try again. Right now, does everyone notice how he's not, I mean, he's a little bit frustrated, but he's not getting very frustrated. And this is a normal thing that we are all faced with whenever we're playing piano. Like I face it when I'm learning a new piece. You guys face it. Of course, this happens to all of us. So the best thing that you can do, Krish, which is what you're doing now, is go very slow. Not now. We're going to, when you practice later, and go through this to try to improve your coordination in this one spot. Okay. And I'll leave that for you and your professor in the notes from today. Okay. Moving forward. Oh, we have Pratyush back. So Pratyush, did you want to try to perform for us?
Yeah, sure.
Is it fine now?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah, well done. Okay, great. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I just switched the computer.
Okay, great. Well done. Really good. I'm glad you worked out everything. Let's clap it up for him. Good job. This is also a hard piece. Let's talk about some of the coordination problems in this piece. I want you guys to try some of the stuff that he's doing. Now, he has some movements that that some of you may know and some of you may not know. What is the name? And this is unfortunately, some of you may not know this, but what is the name of this move here? Drawn incorrectly. It should be the opposite. Whoever drew this drew it upside down. So this is
Me?
gonna be like this, like that. Anyone know that symbol? Yeah, Kaya.
It means the crossover.
Yeah, whoever said that. Who said that?
Me?
Oh, Pratyush, I told you not to answer. Okay. Yeah, because your piece, right? So we're trying to. That's okay. You didn't hear me. Yeah, it's a crossover. Okay, so that part is a crossover. Is that what you're gonna say, Kaya? Yeah. So I want you guys to all try this real quick, and then this is also. Okay, before you try it, there's one more thing I want you to try, which is this one. This is a pretty rare type of crossover. Looks like an avocado. What is that one called? Do you know? Looks like this. But like avocado. Notice what the thumb is doing here. Notice when you're playing a crossover, you usually take your hand with you. This time you're not going to take your hand with you. So this is called, we took the word from basketball. It's called a pivot crossover. So anyone knows like what a pivot foot is in basketball? It's the same thing here. So here we do a pivot crossover because you don't actually, you cannot move your thumb. Your thumb is stationary in a position. Try these two sections and I'll call on somebody. Okay, let me call on somebody. How about Manhar? Let's hear it.
Okay.
That's it. Very good. And Catherine?
Okay.
That's it. All right. Chris, do you want to try it? I know it's a little bit tricky. Do you want to give it a shot? I'm glad. Let's go over this. Let's take a second to go over this. So the idea, I know it's a new move for you, Krish. But the idea here is that your thumb is going to be on base C. Can you put your thumb in the left hand on base C? Can you play it? Sure. Okay. And then cross over your fourth finger. So your thumb will be on base C, and then your fourth finger will cross over to D. So it's bum bum. That's the idea. You just missed the E flat, but that's not a big deal. Kaya, do you want? Thank you for trying. That was hard. That was good. Kaya, do you want to give it a shot? Okay, all of you guys got this. I think I had everyone played it. So that is a crossover and a pivot crossover. Those moves are not that hard once you get the hang of them. What would be hard? What if we had to do both of them at once? That happens. That happens all the time. Okay, let's take a look at Manhar's piece. Pratyush, you asked if you can leave. No, this is a 30-minute class. So yeah. Yeah, you don't just play and leave. We talk about other people's pieces here. So I don't know if you heard that when I said in the beginning, but thanks for asking. So if you notice, a lot of the stuff that Manhar is doing in his piece, he has some pretty tricky moves. I want you guys to try these moves. And by the way, Pratyush, if you ever have that in the future, the best way to do it is don't book for this time. Book for a time that you can stay for the full class. Okay. All right, let's take a look from here. What is the movement here? Does anyone know that movement? It happens right here. There's a little bit more advanced. Right there, there's a movement there. Anyone know? What is it called when you play the same note with a different finger? Nobody knows? Manhar? Yeah, you can answer. You're not supposed to, but that's fine.
A finger switch?
It is a finger switch. Very good. And Manhar, can you show us how that works? So he puts his thumb on treble C. When he gets the finger 3 on E, then he plays the E again, but he changes it to finger 4. So this is a finger switch where he's going to be going to the left. We draw it like that. I want everyone to try that real quick. Can we hear it, Manhar?
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit slower than that, but that's the general idea. Let's have Catherine, you want to try it?
Okay.
Rajesh? It's just a step. Yes, well done. And one of the cool things about finger switches is that you do not need to look down because you're using your current finger as a reference point for another finger. Kaya, you play this super well. It's actually really, really cool how well you play this. My only suggestion, obviously, as I was saying, is I think at this point you should memorize it. And I think if you don't memorize it, that's like, why not? Like, well, this is a great chance to improve your memory and also to get a good performance out of this. The only other thing I would suggest is maybe to consider pedal. I don't want to go too in depth to this piece, but I would say that that would be those two things if you want to add pedal in or more pedal if you're already using pedal, and then to try to get this memorized so you can perform it for people. Okay. And then last but not least, Catherine, you played super well today. I'm one of those people, I actually think this piece should go faster. I know you're already playing it quite fast. If you have you checked this?
No.
Check it, right? So we can actually, the cool thing about Oak Cliff Pro now is we have metronome in here, but you can, whenever you're looking at your piece, you can normally go into it and check the metronome. Let me see if I can actually do that here. I think that should work. Oh no, I can't go from here. That's fine. But check with a metronome and try to see if you can aim for that top speed, 144. But I do think that this was honors quality, so really, really good job. Okay, we're gonna finish there, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are all set for the day, and then I will see you next